guys. We do that just so there's a little bit of a buffer between us and YouTube censorship programs and Kick and Twitch. They got a big problem when you say curse words within the first few minutes. So we have to do that. It's not that we want to. We would rather just come on here and hang out with you guys and do the pre-show like we used to. But we got to do it. Anyways, we're waiting for Gibby to get back. He's just like Shabisky. He's very unprofessional. So, oh, there he is.
No,
there
instead of coming in a sock like you do, I actually did that with women. So now I have children I have to take care of at nighttime before school. So,
oh, okay. I like the shirt. I like the shirt today, man. Twizzies.
yeah. I was wearing a long sleeve, and I'm like, I know this will kill me by the time that I'm like halfway through this show. Stop! You're making me blush. So I was like, I'll just throw on a Hawaiian shirt. I'll join the vibe with it today. So it's really the only button-up shirt I have, that and a white one. But if I take off a long sleeve, just put on a long sleeve white one, it's kind of redundant and ruins the fucking point. Whew, holy shit. Dead Man, how are we doing? Yeah. No, I still have about a minute and a half before I can say fun words.
Yeah.
So I got to try and be as PG as I can with some good G. Willikers, gosh darn.
I know, right? Well, today we're going to be talking about One Punch Man Season 3. We're going to be talking about dark romance novels and how they've kind of taken over the market. And we're going to talk about, believe it or not, I kind of want to talk about rom-coms.
Oh?
We don't see them anymore.
No, because nobody, I mean, in all reality, I think that has to do with the increase in the cheating, the cheating thing in relationships. And
yeah, well,
I think
all
that
our viewers, they all just dropped out.
Yeah, so well, as soon as they heard me talk about how I'm going to be anti-cheating, they're like, whoa.
I know, right? Can't deal with
buddy,
this one.
I can't be supporting that. I can't have a man say he's against cheating. What kind of bullshit is that? Well, it's also, there's only so many times you can tell a rom-com story, and I'm sorry, but boy,
I don't think that's it. I have a whole different take on it.
Okay, all right. I would love to hear your take because
Well, we're gonna get to there. We're gonna get there. First, check your messages real quick. I sent you one that's gonna make you laugh.
Oh, I seen it. That's with a PH channels. That's with a PH. I was using a male seal, as a way to insult Dead Man. That's how I was doing it.
Anyways.
Here we go. We are now past 10 minutes. Thank fuck.
Anyway, so first of all, let's start off with One Punch Man Season 3. God, that's a weird sentence to get out. You and a lot of the other anime enthusiasts were very nervous about the first episode being a full-on recap. Here's what happened 6 years ago, and I think they were kind of a step ahead of you, and they released a couple of specials that were the recaps. And so the first episode was just straight into the story.
Good. That, and like I said last week, I was super nervous about it being a recap episode because, as I said, you have 6 years to watch the entirety of 2 seasons, which would kill a day. You could knock that out an entire day if you dedicated to it. So the fact that in 6 years, the first episode is a whole recap makes no sense. And as I stated before, the only series that I will give that leeway to is Kinnikuman, who had a 30-year span of latest releases. I think a 6-year span is still a little
feasible,
short to be had. Yeah. I feel like you can watch that in a certain amount of time, and because this has been announced for
2 years now.
Yeah, it's been announced for 2 years. So you've had 2 years, and then especially getting a date that it's supposed to be released on, you could clear 2 seasons of that. And I mean, One Punch Man isn't exactly a mind-bending anime.
There's not a lot of depth to the story.
There really is not. The only thing you're waiting for in these arcs is to wait till Saitama or Saitaman, or however the fuck you want to. I think it's Saitama. You're just waiting for Saitama to get to the fight and solo everybody. That's really all it is. That's the entire show.
I think half of the show is just the gags.
No, it's supposed to be. It's
Like the like I showed a little partial of the bit of the first episode when they were playing video games. It's not a spoiler, all right? It's not a spoiler. They were playing video games because they do that often in the show, and they were referencing Pokemon, and I thought it was really fucking hilarious. I thought it was funny as fuck. But speaking of which, the him opening his own studio to put out his own stuff, I think was kind of a genius move. I
you know,
really do.
I love it. I would support more mangakas doing that. Like the guy who made Chainsaw Man, he is
Yeah.
currently, which I watched it on a completely legal way. I watched the Chainsaw Man movie. Fucking basically, man, it was good. I've been excited for this for years, and the fact that I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was extremely nervous about this movie because I was afraid it wasn't going to fill an entire 90-minute time slot. Like there was going to be stuff cut out. There wasn't going to be anything that could to be put into this entire thing. Hell no. They got the entire arc covered from the very first page to where it ends and where this next arc begins. It is very rare that I see an anime movie do that. Very rare that I see them do that because the Demon Slayer ones obviously had a first couple episodes and then here's the rest of the movie. This one did exactly what it wanted to do, and I got to give props, which I'm excited for it to come to American theaters because when it comes to American theaters, I'm also going to pay physical money to go see it on the big screen. Because yes, I may have seen it once, but I love that. I love this manga so much and its characters and its world that I will happily spend money to go see it on a big screen and support it and give kind of a hey, people love Chainsaw Man. We want more of the story to be animated. That's how I want it. And it's cool because he's also having his short stories turned into animes too, which I read a couple of those. Magnifique, you would not think a guy that made a story like Chainsaw Man would write actual peak fiction, and it's good. It's great. It's not just crazy guys. It's an actual good story too.
So like one of my oddly enough, one of my favorite animes is Monster Musume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls. And yeah, it's very much an ecchi. It has a billion% fan service. There's titties everywhere. I do love that there is a weird undertale of a story that's going on in that anime, in that whole thing. And where the anime left off, we're barely starting to see some of the darker side of the main protagonist and what made him become so kind. And I kind of dig like little subplots like that. But
oh yeah,
I will say, getting back to One Punch Man, the art style is so unique because it is a weird mix between the first and second seasons. And I think
it's getting to that weird point. It's getting to that where it's a mixture.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of like, I hope there's some consistency as the season goes on.
Yeah, like it's like I want to like this. I really want to like this, but it's also like this seems a lot more like the original artwork from the original like manga. So it's kind of fun, but also like we're not here for that. We're here for the animation. Like I don't know. It's
we're
weird.
here for the. Well, I mean, they did a cool thing, and this is sort of if you don't really pay pay attention to the art style that much, it really won't come off that important.
Right.
But to people who like us, we're art figs. We like seeing the way that art is presented, no matter the medium. The way they did, I can't remember. She's the green-haired girl. I can't remember her name to save my life. But in the span of 3 different shots, those were 3 different art styles that they used. The first one was just the normal ass, how they always portray her in every single scene. The second one was the mangaka's original way he does One Punch Man with like the big round eyes, the small mouth, the like oval shaped head. And then the third one, I really appreciate this. It was very detailed. very
super like the gross out SpongeBob scenes. You know,
yes,
like
yes, very
super
detailed
detailed and
neck muscles.
shadows.
Yeah, exactly. So for the simple fact that we had 3 different scenes in the span of 30 seconds and we seen the art style change that fast, I really appreciated the hell out of that one.
I found it really funny. Like of course I find it funny, but I found it funny because of the way that they kept a joke running, and that's that the rest of the world is freaking out, and Saitama and his homies are just like, it's a big deal.
The world's collapsing. Okay. But the kid got kidnapped.
Okay.
Okay. And that's my problem. How?
An impending war and the apocalypse is coming. The sun's about to explode. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
We're talking
I
about
guess.
One Punch Man. Welcome, Lemon. Welcome to the show. Love you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And
Don't make it weird.
He says, "I love when shows have multiple art styles." I think when it's done correctly, it's really really fascinating. One Punch Man is one of those things. Another one that really really defined multiple art styles was Solo Rising, or Solo Leveling. Thank you. Couldn't fucking
Really?
put that all together. Yeah, the first season had a really wonderful mix of just traditional, and then that sketched out style when it's like moving a lot,
Okay.
like when he
Yeah.
kills the snake in the first season, like it's got all that movement that's just sketched out, and when he's fighting Agris, and it's just really interesting, and it allows movement to flow, kind of like Dandadan. You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
like when they switch from the traditional anime style, then he's running and he's moving, and they have that much more fluid animation.
I will glaze Don to Don until the day I am 6 feet under. I will glaze that manga, the anime. It is perfect. It is wonderful. I will fight it, but it's a shonen. I don't care.
I
At my core, I am a teenage boy, so I will enjoy fight scenes, yokais, and just dealing with it in general. Sue me.
I really need to sit the fuck down and watch it. Like, you know what I mean? Because I've only been sent like the clips you send me, then I have somebody else that sends me clips, and they look really cool. They look really
Oh,
cool.
they're dope. And I was excited for this second season because we get introduced to a lot of cool characters. We get Evil Eye, which one of my favorite villains ever. We get I can't remember his name. He's the traditional like the f- the fat otaku guy. That's
Uh
like, why won't women talk to me? Like, because there's one panel where he's just standing there and he just says 10-gallon wiener. Like, that's
huh.
all it says on the panel. And you got to appreciate subtle writing like that. Just real subtle shit. And then I can't speak because the last episode is a spoiler.
I loved the clips that I have seen, like, because I know, well, you and I know what it's like to be a voice actor, and so when somebody says, all right, this scene I need you to act a little crazy and say some crazy shit, like
Mhm.
like in the first few episodes, I know there's an old lady that chases the main
Yes.
character, and
Turbo Granny.
she says some wild off the wall shit, and I'm just like, I kept thinking, I was like, imagine what it's like to be recording that. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Well, that's like it's like the guy in Boondocks. I can't repeat what it says, but like,
Oh, how is the neighbor gonna borrow a fry? Like, neighbor, is you gonna give it back? That was Fred Ward. Yeah, he passed away.
Fred
Rest
Ward.
in peace. Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace. Had to say all of that.
Neighbor this, neighbor that. Like,
Had to say that with a straight face, and then knowing the fact that the casting director is an old white woman and she had to read people in was
uh-huh.
that much better as well. I think my favorite thing in the Boondocks, obviously beyond Uncle Ruckus, because
I'll go Rockets.
we support the characters that have revitiligo. And for those of you that don't know
It's
what
the
revitiligo,
opposite of what Michael Jackson had. Instead of turning white, I turned blacker.
I said years ago.
Started off with my fingers and went all the way down to my toes.
Oh, still one of the greatest jokes to ever exist. I would love to see Boondocks made in this day and age, but I have a sick feeling that it wouldn't be as good. Not because
Yeah,
you
it
know,
would. Yeah, it
not,
would.
I don't know. It might. I would watch it. I would give it the good old college try, like anything else. But I don't know if it would do as good as it did back then.
It
That's
would.
my.
You want
only-
you want
yeah,
to know
that's
why?
my-
Do you want to know why it would? Because it's so fucking shocking and different. The same reason that Invincible right now is on top of all these animated shows is because it's so fucking shocking and different. It does not hold back. It doesn't. The people die. Kids die. Oliver.
Let's see how far he can stretch.
Yeah, he was bleeding like it was a vicious scene. I showed that to a friend of mine who was visiting recently, and they were like, "This is fucking horrible." And I'm like, "Conquest is horrible." Yes, he's also voiced by one of your favorite actors, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and like so. Do I believe that it would do just as well today? Absolutely. Namely because of the success of like Dave Chappelle and other weirdos
Cat
like
Williams,
that. Cat
Kevin
Williams, yeah.
Okay, all right. I get again. It would be like I would have to see it to believe it. That's the part where I stand.
I think, but yeah, you're right. The Fred Ward scene really does crack me up because that's based on a real that actually happened.
Oh yes, I know that's a news story. I think that's
like that
why
actually
we
happened
laugh
in Michigan.
Oh fuck! Of course it did.
Yeah. So
why can't it happen anywhere else? It has to happen in my state. Awesome.
And I've seen the original. I've seen the original clip, and I've seen the original like news story, and I was laughing so fucking hard
as you should have.
when I saw it in the Boondocks when he was like, neighbor this, neighbor that, can a neighbor borrow? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, are you serious? They're actually like poking fun at this whole fucking situation.
I think my favorite episode of the Boondocks has to be where they take on the R. Kelly. They take on the R. Kelly trial, where he's like, I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but if somebody went to piss on me, I'd get out of the way. She wanted to get pissed on. And then in the courtroom, it's like the guy says, so did you get peed on? She said, yeah. And he's like, did you want to? She said, fuck yeah. If I didn't want to get peed on, I'd move out of the way.
There's a running gag, yeah.
I told you.
I think, oh God, I think my favorite episode has to be where they fight the old neighbors, the ones that show up and they literally fight them on the lawn, and it's just a reskinned Naruto fight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like it looks so cool. And I was like,
anytime they have stink meter in an episode, I always love it.
I quote that to a friend of mine. I cannot quote it on I quote that's. So it's just to tell myself, the one where he's possessed, right? I'm working as a truck driver, and one of my supervisors is chasing another driver, trying to get him to sign some paperwork, and they're going back and forth. It's comedic, right? They're keeping it lighthearted, whatever. But I'm watching them. And like whatever, he signs the paperwork, he comes in over and hangs out with the rest of the drivers, and I go, you ever seen the Boondocks? And he goes, yeah. And you ever seen that episode where homie gets possessed? And he goes, yeah. And I go, that's exactly what it looked like. And he goes, oh man, yeah. And I go, read, neighbor, read.
All right, you got me convinced. I think it would do good now.
Yeah, it would do great, and that's what we just made fun of him the whole week. Like it was just we would just walk up to him with a piece of paper and just read, and he'd be like, "Fuck you guys."
It's fuck you, but I think it's funny. So
it's hilarious to me. But
because I know we're gonna dive into the actual topic of the show at 30 minutes because that's just how it's been going. Mega Bonk. I see you were playing that.
Yes, I was going to talk about that. Yeah.
I got it too. I think it is incredibly fun for about 15 minutes. And then I'm like, this is just 3D Vampire Survivors.
Everybody
awesome
says
at
that, and
this.
I've never seen the game, but I I love it because it feeds my that one brand of ADHD I have. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
big number. Big number make brain happy.
The loot goblin in me is like where I'm like, I need more loot, I need more boxes, I need to get better things.
Big number make brain go burr. That is the only reason I play games like Borderlands,
Uh-huh.
Diablo,
Uh-huh.
any AAA JRPGs. Those are the only reason I play those. And I constantly equip loot that increases my damage numbers. I will not put a single fucking stat, a single point, a single whatever this game's leveling system is, whatever it is, I will not put a fucking cent into defense. You know where it's all going? Attack, bonus attack, and
Yeah.
elemental damage. If I
And
see a big number, just like Expedition 33, which by the way, we're covering the Game Awards this year because I'm calling it now. Expedition 33 is going to be in run for Game of the Year.
I think
I
so is
call it now.
Megabonk.
I don't think so with Megabonk. I think it has a short shelf life. So far it has such a short lifespan that I don't think it can compete with the games that are being brought up, because obviously I'm going to make two right now, and these are two that I've seen out of X and I've been thinking about. I'm like, okay, I can see that happening. I can see Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. I can see that being in Game of the Year. I can also see Silk Song because of the nominations it's going to get, and the impact.
Oh yeah, Silk Song is definitely going to be in
Well,
there.
especially with the impact that it made, because it shadow dropped. It was only $30, and that game crashed Steam servers when it came out.
I also think. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead with your second prediction. My apology.
And then I partly want to say Borderlands 4 will be in there. I partly want to say that because, and mind you, I was very critical of the game when it first came out because obviously the bugs and not being able to run it properly. But after a couple legal mods that I had included in that, game runs fine. It is a well-written game. The shooting is still fucking fun. Conversing throughout the open world is fun, and the missions are, say it with me, class, fun. It is a fun game. The only thing is Randy Pitchford ran his fucking mouth way too much when the game first came out, and that gave people a bad idea when it dropped. That's the only problem. I think if it would have been a little better optimized before release and Randy Pitchford would have shut his fucking mouth before the game come out, I think it would have been great. I think it got such a better reception than what it did.
Of course, I have to play devil's advocate, but like hearing interviews with Randy, that guy is under so much fucking pressure, and is being just squeezed from all sides. Do I condone his behavior? Absolutely not. No, I do not. I think that for a fucking professional, he should have found professional means to convey what the fuck he was going through. However, I will say that I understand, after listening to a lot of stuff that went on with him, I understand the pressure that he's under, and like allowing that to get to you. I don't know if you or I would have handled it any better, but
No, but I think going straight to Twitter or going on interviews and saying, "Well, the game's going to come out at $70. If you're a real fan, you'll buy it." I think that was a
that was
huge
in
one.
poor
So
taste. It was in poor
I
taste.
think saying that if you don't like the game or your computers just can't handle it, get a better computer or refund it. There's number 2.
Yeah.
And number 3 was saying, well, if it's poorly optimized, then maybe just, I don't know, don't play the game. There's 3.
Like I said,
There's 3
I do
for you.
not
I can
do
deal
not
with
condone
one.
it.
I can deal with 1. I can deal with 2. But when it's 3 in a row, back to back in a span of release week, I can't do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be on the list. I don't think so. Megabonk.
If I see Little Nightmares 3 on that fucking list, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, we're running over
Prices
my
have
time.
gone nuts. Yes.
Yeah, prices have gone absolutely bonkers, and there's no justifying it. You can't tell me that
No.
any game is worth $70.
Not anymore.
And also, if you put, I'm going to say this now, if you put Denuvo or anything anti-cheat on your game, you are asking for it to be stolen. I will say that loud and proud. But yeah, Little Nightmares 3, if you like the series, don't play it. If you like Little Nightmares, don't play 3 because 3 is such a waste of time. I beat that in the span of 6 hours. It wasn't fun. There was nothing about it that was like 1 or 2. 1 or 2 had great story, great environmental telling, made you feel scared, it made you feel small.
What I always thought about Little Nightmares is that I always felt it was a natural progression from a game like Limbo. You know what I mean? And I always thought this is where these types of games are going. But when it got to Little Nightmares, I didn't feel it the same way I felt Limbo. Do you know what I mean? Like when I was playing Limbo, like I was in it. I had the immersiveness. I had the feelings. You know what I mean? When I was playing Little Nightmares, I was so busy trying to figure out the puzzles, trying to get to like where I'm going. Like I was too busy problem solving to appreciate the ambiance, like the artwork, the decor. And
Okay, I understand. It's funny because I felt the same way about Limbo.
And yeah, and you know, like, and it's just a personal thing. Like, no, like
Oh
I
yeah.
know Little Nightmares is a good game. I know it is. But when I got there, I was just like, I just can't commit to it.
See, and that's my thing with Little Nightmare. Like Limbo, the art wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot of art that it was easily distinguishable from the rest of the game. So like there wasn't like anything I could pick out or like find in the background and be like, oh wow, that's cool. Whereas Little Nightmares, it was like, okay, first let me just soak all of the scenery happening in here, and then I'll tackle the puzzle. Because right now, this long gangly arm motherfucker could be chasing me, grab me, and throw me. I don't care. I want to see that happen 3 times because I think the villains in this are so terrifying that you have to appreciate what they look like.
Yeah, they do.
And like I was telling my girlfriend, I think they focused more on making Little Nightmares 3 co-op more than they did actually working on the game. Because a lot of it was meant to be a 2-player game, and it's like you guys focused on the wrong fucking thing here. I'm sorry, I don't care if I have somebody else to play with this. That's not my forte. That's not why I'm hopping in this game. I want to be clenched up. I want to be able to cut a diamond with my asshole by the time I'm done with this game.
Well,
And
I mean,
I was relaxed. I was relaxed the entire day. My sphincter was totally relaxed.
let's look at the current climate of video games as a whole. And there's what has been called friend slop. You know, like games like Repo, games like Climb, Battle Beasts, I think it was. All these games that are just literally meant to be just you go in, you troll the shit out of each other.
Among Us started that.
Among Us, I'm trying to remember the other one.
Dead by Daylight.
No, not Dead by Daylight. That's a whole nother genre. But this friend slop shit.
Yeah, Among Us, Repo, Peak.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Peak.
And there's another one.
Got them weird ass Android looking characters, like the Android logo. That's what they all look like. Like they're not indistinguishable.
Tess, welcome to the show. Wanda, welcome to the show. I'm sorry, Wanda.
Is this just because I don't like playing video games with people?
Well, there's a sentence I wasn't prepared to hear when I joined in. What was that? What sentence? This friend slop thing is the current climate of games. And as much as I love a good co-op game, there's so many to choose from. Why make a solo venture like Little Nightmares into something it shouldn't be?
as that. It should have been just left alone. Make it a solo horror game, because you guys did well. I know it's under new hands. Tiniest fucking bit of leeway. I give the tiniest bit of leeway for that. But if you are taking such a great game like the Little Nightmares series and you go through one you only played as, the little raincoat girl. You get two where you played as two separate people, where you played as one person, but the AI knew exactly what was going to happen and you didn't have to point it anywhere, it knew exactly where it was going, what it had to do, and the situation. That worked out just fine. Little Nightmares 2 was on par with the first one. Totally good. 3, I'm telling you, the AI in this game had no fucking clue where it was supposed to go. I'd like point it here and it would just stand there. I'm like, you have a hammer. Go break this down. That's your whole fucking point here.
Right.
And then
your purpose is to do this.
Yeah, right. And then my last gripe with this is 1 and 2 had maybe like, I'd say a 10 hour on a good day span.
13, honestly.
Yeah, 10 to 13. If you want to, be a little bit, you want to be a little anal, go through, get all the gnomes, get all the extra
which is
shit.
me, yeah.
Yeah, if you want 100% it, yeah, go ahead, be my guest. Be my absolute guest. You get nothing from it except a costume. So like go ahead. But the fact that the main story was in the main games and you needed no DLC farther than maybe just a little extra exploration of the world, that's fine. That's awesome. 3, you go through 4 chapters, about an hour and a half each. Nothing in the story. And then we have 2 more chapter DLCs coming out in the next year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to replay this game when those chapters come out. So I'm able to understand what the story was actually supposed to be from the beginning. No, I'm not wasting my time on that. I'll watch a YouTube video on it. I'm sorry. I already got, and I mean, on Steam, the reviews are mixed, which is a nice way of saying that this game is tanking, but there's a couple positive reviews in there to at least not have it in the overwhelmingly negative section.
I mean, let's face it. Somebody's always going to love it. There's always diehard fans, just like I am with Borderlands. Even though I haven't picked up for.
Oh, I'm a Borderlands fan. Yeah, I know, buddy.
Yeah. And BioShock is the same thing. You know what I mean? I got a tattoo of BioShock.
BioShock fans are starving.
We are.
They're fucking starving.
But,
one of Draven, guy I used to do another show with, he is chomping at the bits for any new BioShock information, like a new show, a new game, a new clip, something.
We're supposed to have a show. We really are.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to have 3 testicles, but that's a fucking myth as well.
I mean,
the 3 testicles thing really got you, didn't it?
Yeah, it kind of threw me the fuck off here. I was like, wait, hold on. I got to regroup after that.
You're welcome.
Moving, just to revisit.
He's thinking about me with 3 testicles now, and he can't.
Now I'm all fucked. Yeah, no,
but I do. But diehard fans, some people are eating, some people are fucking starving.
BioShock, thank you. That's what I was trying to get to. So Kevin Levine has left the whole series. He's trying to like relaunch under a whole other thing, and he's released something like that. The term is champing at the bit, Kib.
Starving.
Chomping at the bit. I'm pretty sure it's chomping.
Nah, I ain't about to get called out on my own show. Ain't about to happen. Nope.
Anyway, BioShock, like Kevin Levine left, and yeah, he's starting his own project, and he's dropped screenshots and
son of a bitch.
Stuff like that. It doesn't look good. It does not look good, and I don't know. Maybe if it's because he lost his spark or whatever. But I'll tell you what, it's I
mean, okay. I would lose my spark as well if one of my video game characters was an inspiration for a whole certain avenue of animation.
Hi, Brendan. Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, all right, you know what? That is absolutely fucking wild. And no, the developers of Overwatch, you guys stuck. You guys stuck. I'm proud of you for that one, but you guys definitely helped that out as well.
Like I
We're
said,
a
I
family-friendly
don't know.
show out here, folks.
Like I was really impressed with him, right? When the first BioShock came out, I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the reasons I got into modern gaming. And I was really happy. And I told the story. I was happy with my PS2. I wasn't looking for an Xbox 360.
As we all
And
were.
yeah, you know, and then BioShock came out, and I was just like, I need to play this. I need to play this. I need to experience this fucking game. So I went and, you know, finished myself an Xbox 360 and have been a gigantic fan ever since. But since Kevin Levine and I left, like he stunted BioShock so hard by leaps and bounds that even if there is another game, I'm just like, do
It's
I
gonna have
want
to be
it?
in place.
It's gonna have to be.
They're gonna have to be in Rapture or a whole different setting. Especially with the multi-universe stuff. I think at the end of Infinite, which we have reached the spoiler goal, so if you haven't beat Infinite, that's your fucking problem.
10-year-old game.
Right. But with the multiverse ending we got in Infinite, I think he closed off so many avenues that they could have ran with.
And bringing it back to Rapture with what Fontaine and what's his name, Andrew Ryan, like, I don't know. I just know this new project looks like shit, and I'm not impressed.
Yeah, Judas. Judas does not look like something I'm gonna pick up day one. That might be
the Judas
something.
project.
If it gets put on Game Pass, I might, I might play
Maybe.
it. But if it doesn't, I'm not gonna sit at bated breath with it, like I was.
No.
Which I'm gonna mention this game again, Borderlands, which I was sitting here like,
Yeah.
ready for it. But I don't think Judas is gonna do as well as people are hoping, because I know I've been hearing a lot of people say they want a different System Shock.
Yeah, well, that was a rumor for a hot minute, was that System Shock 3 was going to happen, but then nobody's around from the original studio, nobody's around from the original development team or the writing team. So like, what the fuck are they going to do now?
Give me an updated version, because for some fucking nerds, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream knew that got turned into a video game. I think if they did a walking, like a horror game of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, but it's in a first person perspective, and you still have to do the same things that you did in the point and click adventure, I think it would be fantastic.
I think it'd be a weird game, man.
I'd be down for it. I've listened to it before, but I was listening to it the other day and not really doing anything else, just kind of sitting there and just listening to it. And I'm like, wow, this is fucked. This is fucked up. This is a fucked up story. And we just keep progressing AI. And it's like we have maybe a blueprint of what could happen. Keep moving forward.
The AI thing is something I can't get behind. I know so many people are like, oh my god, the AI is gonna take over our brains and our balls and whatever, and I just can't get behind it. As somebody who works with computers, worked in computers, is educated in computers, the idea of AI becoming this ultra sentient thingamabobamajig, I no.
Yeah. If without humans, AI is not going to move. It's not going to progress. So it's really up to us. We are going to be the leaders of our own destruction.
Yeah, like I was talking at work to a coworker, and he was like, "Yeah, fucking AI is going to take over everything," and I was like, "No, it's not." And he goes, "Nah, dude, like you're just going to have to you're going to just ask AI for everything." And I'm like, and I told him, yeah, we still have to find the answers to give to AI. Like we still have to find them. Like it's
AI's not going to give me a fucking perfect chili recipe on my first go through. It's not going to give me the world's best chili, so it can't give me all the answers.
Yeah, but I mean, moving past that,
had a whole topic we wanted to discuss, and here we are, almost an hour in, and haven't even touched it. My girlfriend has beef with this topic, by the way. I just want to make that known.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something uber controversial, super controversial, and you can repeat it to your girlfriend if you want to. If you're addicted to dark romance novels, smutty novels, you're just addicted to porn. Period.
I think if you're addicted to them, yes. Like if that's all you read and there's
Yeah.
nothing else in your that unfortunately that one
Two words.
Like I could
Book
tell her,
talk.
okay, those motherfuckers are crazy. I'm sorry. If you are on any community in TikTok, there's fucking crazy people.
Book talk. That's
everything.
all I'm gonna say. Book talk. Like they do. Shut your whore mouth. Thanks, Tess. No, I'm sorry. Like if all you read is smutty novels or smutty dark romance where the fucking I can fix him trope or he's mean to everybody else but nice to me thing, it's not good writing. It's not good writing. It's not. I'm sorry. Now here's the thing. All right, like I got recommended one of these books recently. I mean, within the last month, and they said, "Oh, it's not that spicy. Has a good story, has good bantering back and forth." And I was like, I love a good banter. You know what I mean? I love a good dialogue, so on and so forth. I read the book, and I was like, this is smut.
this is a book written for whores.
And I'm a whore, and I'm telling you right fucking now, it's just smut. And if all you read is that kind of book, you're addicted to porn. Just because you're not watching it doesn't mean you're not addicted to porn. This is a different version of porn. And this dark romance thing that has been taking over literature recently has just it's gross to me, and I can't say it's gross, but I'm trying to find a better way to say it.
I don't think it's gross. I just think it's disturbing because a lot of those books do deal with sexual assault, and that's kind of that's always where my problem.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was kind of hitting a wall there.
As you know, I am down. I tell people do whatever you want to do as long as it's legal and consensual. I do not give a frog's fat fanny what the hell you're into. But when we cross that line between consensual and sexual assault, that's where my problems stem from. And a lot of mine also stem from we have issues watching some of this, such as I seen an online discourse where people were saying, I spit on your grave was too much. I spit on your grave was way too much in a horror movie. And of course,
I don't think it went far enough.
Me neither. But obviously they were talking about the one scene that is kind of the premise of the whole fucking movie. And of course I came with my normal topic. Well, what's on your reading list? And they asked me, they're like, well, why do you want to know what's on my reading list? Why is that so important? I said, let me see your reading list. And, of course I got, give me 1 second. I got, sent a couple screenshots of some things that were on said reading list. Lo and behold, there were books aplenty with what is that called? Is it called the menu? The beginning.
The list of chapters.
Where they list all of the different shit that's involved with the book.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what it's called.
I got it. It's not. It's where they list like this deals with SA or.
Trigger warnings.
Yeah, but I think it's trigger warnings. I think that's a nice way to put it. But I know there's a certain like name for it, and people call it the menu. Okay, I thought there was a nicer. Oh. Okay. So it is just okay. So it's just content warning. I thought people called it the menu, and I think that's disgusting.
God damn it! I wish I could jump into this conversation so damn bad. Tess, you are welcome to come on. You are welcome to come on. Y'all should try BL. I don't know what BL is. Absolutely approve, says Wanda. Tess, just say the word. I'll send you the link. You can hop in. come discuss this
Bring
with
it
us.
on. Bring it on.
I know you have a microphone. I know you got headphones, and I know you have a steady internet connection. So you are absolutely welcome to come and give your 2 cents. We'll even run over for that. Yaoi. Okay, yeah, I like yaoi.
See, it's always my, and it's also the hypocrisy that comes from it.
Yeah,
That's where a lot of my issues stem, is the essay talk and the hypocrisy, because people will, I'm gonna bring up a very, very fun heavy hitter. People bring up Redo of Healer as being a disgusting, absolutely abhorrent story. How dare they write something like this? But then read Haunting and Hunting Adeline and think that that's okay.
yeah.
Fire poker gun. Fire poker gun.
Yeah, I absolutely, and the big reason I believe that this whole dark romance bullshit is taken off, and the reason I think personally I believe that rom coms are dead is because let's fucking face it, they're problematic. This type of behavior in these rom coms is problematic. It's disturbing. It's dark. It borderlines assault in many cases. And I think that we finally recognize that they're not the fun movies. They're not fun stories. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, on a big suspension of disbelief, we can get sort of okay with it, but in the end, like the guy that relentlessly pursues, an interest till the fact that they break and finally give in and they go out and do whatever, and then they fell in love, so on and so forth. It's problematic. It's problematic. They're all problematic, and it goes both ways. It goes through those fucking bullshit fucking Hallmark movies too. And if you guys like voice acting and comedy stuff, go look up Hallmark Presents. Literally PAULMARK Presents. That was a little project of mine with the founders of the Magic Squirrel Network, Paul Schroyer and Mark Reynolds. We used to just do these ridiculous prompts making fun of these Hallmark movies where a woman would have, steady life and then goes back to the weird country town that she's from and then fucks her ex-boyfriend while her fucking current boyfriend is in the city caring only about money and whatever, but she had a weekend of fun.
Shit. That is a lot. That is a lot. That is, whew. Oh, damn, all the way. All right. Well, I found something new I'm going to listen to.
They get nuts. Yeah. Tess says, to be fair, I do agree with you about the obsession addiction stuff, but I have thoughts on the topic. I say the word, I'll send you the link. I will invite you. Wanda says the current culture.
Be about it. Don't be about it. Do it.
Wanda says the current culture is too woke to find that as entertaining. I don't think it's about wokeness.
It's not woke.
No. I think it's seriously that like
people don't want good romance stories anymore. That's the issue.
It's not about good romance stories. A good romance story is The Princess Bride. Even
family.
Even Rocky, you know what I mean? Those are good romance stories. Do it, okay? I'm sending you the link right now in Discord.
Honestly, what is it? The Notebook. I did not watch The Notebook till I got with her, and then I watched it, and at the end of the movie, I was like, God damn it! I just fucking crying like a little baby bitch. Made me sad.
But Sweet Home Alabama's plot.
Sweet Home Alabama was. I will fight till I am.
Oh, you mean it as awareness of how problematic it is? Okay, I understand. Okay, in that case, yes, I do agree. I do agree that
Sweet
That
home
they're fucking problematic. They're problematic, and on top of that, let's face it. At least one dumb motherfucker has attempted these things. Oh, I'm going to learn everything she does. I'm going to learn everything she loves. I'm going to learn how she talks and walks and where she goes and eats. And then I'm going to ambush her there and try to integrate her into try to integrate myself into part of her life. That's fucking stalking. That's not romantic. That's disturbing. If I did that to somebody, I would have the cops called on me.
I would. It's like that one thing that said, if a rich guy did it, it's 50 Shades of Grey. But if a guy in a trailer does it, it's an episode of Criminal Minds.
It is. That's the big difference. And and 50 Shades, I think, helped murder the whole rom-com thing. And I think Twilight did too. I think this whole rom-com thing is dead because of shit like that. Well, we got a guest.
I think rom-coms got destroyed simply because people got so overpowered with them in the 90s and 2000s, like they just got beat over the head with it, that anytime they try to make a new one, they're just like, God, I can't do another one.
Even Ryan Reynolds did rom-coms for a long time, and
Sandra Bullock was the rom quant the fuck queen of that scene. Yeah, try and say that 3 times fast.
Rom-com queen.
Rom-com queen.
Fuck both y'all.
She's Canadian.
Fuck both
Doesn't
you
count.
guys.
So, Tess, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining.
Can I take a quick second to tell Gib how ridiculous he is for actually enjoying The Notebook?
Please do.
That movie is hot garbage.
Look, opinions, because I am not a romance person. I don't like romance stuff. But then me and the girlfriend were laying in bed and she's like, "You watched The Notebook?" I said, "Yeah, I haven't watched it. Let's give it a shot." Absolutely into it the entire time. I loved it. It's you know what? I don't have much experience in romance. So right now that is a high for me, and I will keep it high because that is not only is it a good movie, but it's also something I share with somebody else. So that will.
You're just straight up wrong. Sorry.
Well, oh God, all you're seeing is my arm. But yeah, no, it has sentimental value, so it's gonna sit.
Wanda says the show You exists, so maybe there's more of how you execute it. I mean, You is a perfect example of the actual what this looks like in a real life scenario. Lemon says, "Hey, now The Notebook is a solid emotional flick."
Wrong.
Wanda says he lost his third testicle watching it.
Thank you, Lemon. At least I have Lemon on my side. No, he's just wrong.
My take on The Notebook is it gets you laid. You
guys want to come down on Book Talk and smut, but then you're just like, The Notebook. Meh.
I know it gets you laid. That's as far as I'm taking it. The story itself is one
toxic.
of those. The story itself is mediocre. The acting in it was great. The sets were great. The scenes were great. The story was subpar.
The scenes were great. There's a scene where they're canoeing through 8,000 geese. Tell me that's not a friggin' horror movie right there.
All right, that's
because you're Canadian. Your geese kill people. All right,
exactly. I know what geese are about, man.
Yeah, you guys have evil. You guys have evil geese. Us Americans, we have geese that when we see them, we're like, all right, we're either going to square up. We're either squaring up or we're going our opposite ways.
They cut away from that scene because the next was just absolute abject horror.
It was just chaos. So please, weigh in on this whole thing, please, Tess.
Okay, so all right, as a reader, as an avid reader of smut, it's I call it like every other crappy movie that you enjoy, just for the sake of it being stupid, is that it's popcorn, and you should consume it as such. It's not supposed to be I'm 100% with you guys on the obsession, the people that are like, I want a relationship like that. No, you don't.
No, you
No,
don't.
you don't. You
No, you
don't
don't.
want a werewolf boyfriend who beats you up and then says
Werewolf
that you're his mate for life. No, you don't want that. You like the fantasy idea of it. It's a kink. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
any
definitely.
other kink out there. Like everybody likes to have that idea of that dark, quote unquote, romance.
I
feeling
fucking
or
don't.
thought.
Call
Okay,
me bitch made, but
most-
I fucking don't.
Most people born with a vagina like that.
Oh, now you're throwing qualifiers on this shit. Okay.
No, I'm trying to explain like the appeal.
Lip biting. Oh,
The lip biting. It's stupid. Oh, like don't.
No,
Don't-
I'm sorry. The girlfriend threw on Twilight, and I was looking at
Oh.
what's her face? Kristen
Kristen
Stewart.
Stewart. Yeah.
Don't get me started on Twilight either. I'm the antithesis girl. I hate The Notebook. I hate Twilight.
It's popular, but still a niche. There's a
I've
community
read-
for everything. Says
I've
Lemon.
read the books multiple times because they are hilariously terrible and I love them. But that's
Did you
also why I
imprint
read the
me?
smut.
You imprinted on my daughter. Oh, fuck. That
named your daughter after the Loch Ness monster.
I
That's-
think a former co-host of this show, DJ, said it best when he saw that scene. Now, mind you, I only saw the first movie. I've only read the first book. I've told that story. I'll tell it again if you guys want to for posterity. But DJ said the thing that did him in for the whole Twilight thing was that guy held that baby, looked at its parents, and said, "I'm gonna fuck this baby one day."
I know, but I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
But that's
Oh, because he's not
that's the
wrong.
thing is that like you hate it, you hate to love it. You love it to hate it. You hate it to love it. I
No,
think that's what a
I've
lot of
seen-
that shit is.
One movie, and I was like, maybe this movie was just terrible, and I should read the book. I read the book, and I was like, no, it's just as fucking terrible.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
how I
gonna go
felt. That's
slap
how I
my-
felt about what was it? The Hunger Games. That's how I felt reading
No.
Hunger Games, and that's how I felt watching the first Hunger Games. I was like, I can't. I'm getting motion sickness from whoever's running this fucking camera.
Yeah, reading the
I'm with
Hunger
you on that
Games
one.
versus watching watching the movie. The books are so unbelievably violent, like unabashedly, like fucking violent. And I was watching the movie, and I was waiting for certain parts to happen, and I was just like,
Yeah, that's what's sick about the
Where's the kids fighting each other? I'm just watching this woman run around a forest for 2 hours.
like.
It's like,
I'm
dude,
not going to get into some of the darker shit, but anyways, Tess, please continue on, because I really do want to hear. I really want to hear another perspective, because I find it hypocritical, especially when it comes from book talk.
I mean, the book talk people.
fucking
Yeah, they're-
psychos.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
Better way to put that is they're just fucking crazy.
They are crazy, but I mean, as someone who, like I said, I consume smut on a regular basis, not obsessively, but I definitely read it and enjoy it. I don't enjoy it in a way that I think that it should be. That's what life should be. That's what
That
a
it bleeds
relationship
into
should
your
be.
real life. That it bleeds into your actual perspective of what a normal, healthy human relationship should be. Like, it doesn't bleed that far into it.
Not much, no. I mean, I think
not
there's
much. She said she's currently looking for a werewolf boyfriend, but
I am
still haven't found him.
so upset. I found a bunch of vampires, but no werewolves. No.
Well,
Well,
we blame Hot Topic for that one.
Yeah. Bastards.
I think it
That was an
them.
A1 joke, and I got no laughs at that one. So
Yeah.
that's it.
sorry.
This is my last. This is my last.
Sorry.
episode of PTN. My last.
Sorry, I'm not a high
good on this
schooler.
show.
I don't go to Hot Topic anymore.
Oh,
Um,
man.
No.
Woman, I'm pushing 30. What do you mean?
I think I think it appeals to a certain type of person that has a bit of that sort of dom kink to them. Because at the root of it, I love the grossed out face on Gibby right now. Like, ew. Dom.
I just think I'm so stuck on the. I think there's just some things that you should probably keep inside the four walls of your own home, and that's definitely stuff like that.
Whatever, you prude.
No.
No, I think it does appeal to a certain demographic of people that are into kind of a dom culture or a dom kink, because at the root of a lot of those stories, which I agree, they're horribly written. They're the exact same story in every single one of them. But at the root of most of them, there is a bit of that like dom degradation, like overbearing. Yeah, like there's he's gone. He's done. He's out.
Oh, he can still hear us. He can still hear us. Trust me.
I think that's what like lies at the heart of a lot of it, and I think for some people they're a little nervous or a little scared to admit that kink, so they latch on to like the book talk, the smut, the like dark romance, because they're like, oh, that's my fantasy. But it's just like, well, no, it's not. Like, you think that's hot because there's a little something in yourself that you're not really willing to admit.
I think they think it's hot because there is a large gap between them and the fantasy. I think that if that gap closed in by a millimeter, they would run screaming for the fucking hills.
Oh yeah. They'd be at the police
here's-
station next day.
Yeah, I'm not kidding about this. Let's talk about like some of these fucking stories about. Let's take the standard of these dark romance tropes that I can fix him, or he's only nice to me. The bullshit.
Yeah. In real life, you're like, that guy's a douchebag and I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. And
I
said-
don't disagree with you.
Even in Cyberpunk Edge Runners, there was the I can fix her trope.
Yeah, and it ended up getting everyone fucking killed.
Everybody died at the end.
And truth be told, I think that's way more honest about the whole how that whole thing ends up than these fucking books do. But the thing is like I said, I stand by that. If that gap of anonymity or comfort, closed by a millimeter, these
Done.
people would be freaked the fuck out. This would not be a comfortable situation for them.
Well, sure, but when would How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days ever be a realistic thing either?
That
that's the
actually
point.
happened to somebody I know. That
And it
actually
was
happened to somebody I know.
disastrous, right?
Police were called. That's where I'm
This
going to
is
end
my
that
point.
story.
But yeah, but that's my point, is that like it's not
Gibby's like, as they should be.
As they probably should be, if
No,
I
but that's
remember
the
that movie
point, like-
correctly.
people like the dark romance, the book talk, and whatever, the same way that some people love the Hallmark movies and the rom-coms. It's an exaggerated fantasy.
And I think
Shut up, Gib. Shut your face up.
I would love to meet somebody who watches a Hallmark movie and thinks that's how I want it to be. I want to have the most successful
Bitch,
life
I have phone
and
numbers.
then come back to my small town and run a bakery. There's a guy on TikTok who does like if a person in a Hallmark movie was sensible, and he's like, oh, so what you're saying is that we can fix the entire town by just a bake sale? Do you know how many cookies we'd have to sell for that to even be marginally close?
I have a small business in my town that needs to be saved. If we could do it with a bake sale, I would do it tomorrow.
yeah.
For real. But I think okay, since everybody else has their opinions on dark romance, I think enjoy what you like. Do what you want to do. Don't make it other people's problems. Don't make it somebody else's problem, because I know if there's people that openly say they don't like book talk or they don't like what's talked about in this book, they will get sent to the fucking pyre. They will get set ablaze because they don't think that they're okay. That's fine. Read what you want to read. You want to read, go right ahead. Do what you want to do. I don't yuck somebody's yum. What I do is I am violently against somebody trying to shit on somebody else's enjoyment when theirs is just as bad. That's where I have my problems because people
No,
were
that's
talking
fair.
because people were talking about censorship in video games and payment processors shouldn't pay anything, but then you see the book list that they have and it's 10 times worse. So it's like, okay, you need to find where the contradictions start because they're starting a little bit too similar to what you're trying to get rid of. That's where mine is.
There's a difference between enjoying a dark romance trope and, like you said in your last episode, uncovering the underpants of like a 14-year-old girl. There's a very big difference, but the problem is that there's those people that blur that line, and those people are the fucking crazy ones that nobody wants to associate with.
And that's a them problem. That's not a me problem. I shouldn't have what I enjoy be fucked with because there's sick fucks out there. That's their beef. That ain't my beef. I'm not looking for that shit. I'm looking to enjoy it at its base, like base level. What's the story? What's the gameplay? Boom. If it's awesome, cool. Any other mods? Y'all sick fucks, please go somewhere. Go back to Reddit. Go back to wherever you came from. Go back in your hole. For the love of God, stay away from me. I will get deodorant if need be. Just use it as like a you get near me, going right on you. That
Axe body spray used as mace.
I'll do it.
I think Indian. Here's something for you guys to chew on. I think the sudden and spike rise in this dark romance is the final throes of this whole genre. Just like we had a flood of rom-coms for like 2 years straight. We had just rom-com after rom-com after rom-com. They were trying to get them out while they could because these fucking movies were not making the money that they did because we were recognizing as a society that they were problematic. And I think that it's the same thing with these dark romance books. Now the market is so flooded, the market is starting to realize that a lot of these people have never been in this kind of romantic or even entanglements of a situation, and the critics are starting to become harsher and harsher. And I think these are the final throes of this entire genre.
Come on, this joke is that it's almost. Sorry, I was listening, but I just had to do something funny. So hold on, or at least it's funny to me, and I am my target audience. So
I don't know. I don't see dark romance going anywhere. I mean, it's always been a thing. Romance books have always been a thing.
Romance book, yes, but not
dark romance has. It's always been kind of an offshoot of like fantasy.
That is funny.
Thank you. I tried. I thought it was funny. I think the increase of dark romance also kind of was parallel to the murder true crime podcast wave that happened.
Yes.
And I am adamantly against those. I am adamantly against anything that to say boo. I'm sorry. I don't think it's right to profit off of somebody's murder. I don't think the Ed Gein show. I'm going to watch the Ed Gein show, but I'm going to remember that he was a sick fuck. I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer show, but I will also remember. I watched it because it looked entertaining, and that's a problem. It should not be entertaining. Something like that should not entertain me. Something like that should shock me to my core because it's like, wow, I think somebody like this existed.
I think there's a place for a true crime podcast that just lays out facts. They're not necessarily trying to proselytize that this person was a good or bad or whatever person. They're just literally like, hey, this happened and people should know about it.
Right. Well, and another issue with mine of the true crime podcast scene is that a lot of them use TikTok words because we're afraid somebody's going to say something. Like I was watching a video where they're like, I think it's incredibly disrespectful to say that somebody was killed and their body was dumped in a trash bag to say they were unalived. And I think using words like that and trying to kindergartnerize the speech to make it more commercial friendly, I think that is a bigger slap in the face than saying that what the person did was good.
That's
I
not
kind
necessarily within their control, though.
well, no, it's not.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you are so worried about somebody calling your episode shit because you want to say what
It's
actually
not about
happened.
someone saying that it was shit. It's about the fact that they'll never get heard or seen if they're on a
Sucks
platform
to-
like
if
YouTube
you are
or something.
if you are that passionate about your shit, you will use the words to describe it appropriately. If you are
and
that
immediately
passionate
get
about
your shit pulled
I
and never
I
have
don't
anybody
care.
listen to it.
I am like a roach. I will come back like a roach. If I am that adamant about it, I will come back like a fucking roach. You'll
So-
find podcast 58 before I ever stop what I say. The only reason I don't say some things is because unfortunately, like I have small
This
ears
isn't
around
your
me all
show.
the time.
Yeah.
This is also not my show. So I have small ears around me all the time. So there are some things that I just cannot say because they'll repeat it.
So
And-
here's what I'm going to say about this whole true crime thing. I have an issue with them because more often than not, they end up glorifying some aspect of some murder. And either it's whether it be the killer or the method or some kind of failure, they end up glorifying it. Now I understand that most of them do not intend to, and I get that. I understand that they're trying to approach it with compassion or some kind of semblance of, dealing with it or bringing some things to light, like the show Making a Murderer on Netflix. That was not glorifying a single fucking thing. They were literally saying this is what went wrong in this whole investigation. But more often than not, these true crime people end up devolving into just glorifying a serial killer and forgetting their victims. And the thing is that this has been serial killer culture for longer than there have been podcasts, because we remember the serial killers, we don't remember the victims. We don't remember anybody Charles Manson caused to die. We don't remember a single one of Ed Gaines's victims. We don't remember fucking the clown, what's his
John
name?
Wayne Gacy.
We don't remember any of his fucking
See,
victims.
that was easy. That was quick. That was
Yeah,
That was
but
fast.
see, but this is what I'm saying. So many of them devolve into just glorifying something about it, and I personally find that not okay. I can't put a descriptor on it. I can't say disgusting or anything like that. I just think it's not okay.
to use another TikTok term, it gives you the ick.
It does. It always has. It always has. And like Mustard, like my brother Mustard, he gets pissed at me. He's like, "Oh, I want to watch this fucking documentary," and I'm like, "I don't," because most of the time it is an opinion. No, it's an opinion, and they don't present facts. Like they're like, "Oh, this is the way I feel about this event, person, thing." Fuck the facts. This is how I feel about it, and that's not a documentary. That's an opinion
I
piece.
don't give a fuck how you feel, Keisha.
To be
Right.
fair,
To be fair,
to be fair, I agree with you on that for sure. There are definitely especially when you get into like professionally produced documentaries. I mean, when producers get involved, they want some shock factor, and that ends up glorifying some of the stuff that happens. 100%.
yeah.
I'll give a shout out to a great podcast that discusses murders, which is Morning Murders, MOURNING Murders. 3 girls discussing crimes, and their main point is to discuss the facts and then call out the victims. Be like, look, props to this person, props to that person. We do not forget these names because they are what is important, not the piece of shit that did what they did.
Okay, that I can get behind if you're actually,
I've discussed
you're actually
more
naming
murders.
the victim. If you're actually naming the victims and actually keeping their names still alive at the end of it,
Yeah.
total respect on that front. That one I cannot talk shit on.
And that's the thing. That's the difference. And that's the shit that I like. I'm like, I want to hear about what happened because I'm curious about what happened. Like, I want to know the story, but I'm like, I don't really give a shit if this piece of garbage's name sticks in my brain. But I want to hear about, like, I want to hear the story about the person who escaped this person and like survived and is a badass bitch.
Last Girl, yeah, that kind of thing. Now,
Yeah.
so I don't like, and they have dipped the Morning Murders. They have dipped into glorifying once or twice, and I stopped
Once or
listening.
twice.
Yeah, and I stopped listening to it because of that. But
I think it's hard not to 100% of the time.
and I
When you're
understand. I
discussing
understand
something
that.
like
I
that.
understand that. But they had a really good track record, and then they dipped, and then they got back on track, and then they dipped, and I'm like, okay, you're doing it on purpose. In my no. In my mind, I'm like, if you have.
Brenna will come for you, man.
Yeah,
She'll do it.
it's okay. She's invited to come on and defend herself. If you have 7 fucking straight hands of great,
No
and
woman
then
scared
one-
me yet. I'm about to be afraid of some women who run a murder podcast.
Getting back to it though, because we've missed a thing. What is this? This is spam. Okay. Anyways, getting back to it. Do you think that this whole dark romance thing is starting to sputter, like in your honest opinion? Because even Tess, who is an avid reader of this kind of stuff, can attest that a lot of these stories are copy and paste.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I think it's hitting its shelf life. I think we got the big boom during 2020 where a lot of things seen its the highest moment it's going to be at. We've seen it, and now I think that we're coming closer to people actually being like, "Huh, this is all the same. There ain't nothing new coming out. There ain't nothing new in this genre." I think it's gonna not really come to an absolute stop, but I think the production of it is going to slow down tremendously. That's where I think that's going to happen. And
Yeah, that's probably true.
well, and it's not a bad thing because there are people that enjoy it, and I'm not one. Like I said, I'm not one to yuck somebody's yum. Just if it slows down, it slows down. If it keeps going as strong as it goes, awesome. I can't, I can't specifically say I'd be excited for something like that to stop because, again, not gonna say ick against somebody's like. Just it affects my life in me, what I consume, in no way whatsoever. So I'm
Right.
not too worried about where it's going.
I mean, all of these kinds of things kind of go through their cycles, right? Like, something will become huge for a period of time, and then it inevitably will like hit a downturn for sure. That
It's a
just
fad.
happens.
Just like
That doesn't
Letterkenny.
mean it ever goes away 100%.
Just like Letterkenny. Letterkenny was a fan. Everybody wanted to talk just like what was the lead guy's name? I'm drawing a blank.
14 Mocha, welcome to the show. Please don't smoke or vape. I'm trying to quit nicotine. Well, wish you luck on your journey. We are not. Now,
The
My hands
inner
are
demon in me wanted to just take a pull off my vape the second I read that.
Oh, my hands are cold. My hands are freezing.
I and the reason I have such a problem with dark romance and these kinds of books is because they have in fact infiltrated or not infiltrated, they have affected people's ability to gauge what a normal relationship or even healthy sexual relationship is and should be. And it's become problematic. Like there's now dating profiles with words like looking for my dom, looking for my sub, looking for shit like that. And I'm like, that is things you should discuss with a partner in the confines of a possible
on, though.
relationship.
Hold on though. That's a valid kink that a lot of people have. That doesn't necessarily I don't think that's fair to paint anybody who's into dark romance as someone with a they have to anyone who has a dom sub kink and
No,
is
no, no, no,
looking
no.
for that.
No. What I'm saying is that these specifically these types of books have affected people's ability to gauge, to lose the difference between life and fantasy. Like a lot of people, I'm not going to say a lot of people, but there are people that have been affected mentally by thinking this is the relationship they want. And so when you see a dating profile, you can tell like exactly what kind of books they
Thank
read
you, Lemon.
for some things like that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Now I can understand that, like, yes, this is like this is my kink and stuff like that, but at the same time, yeah, putting something like that into like a public dating profile, I find it strange because I can't do that as like saying like, okay, like if I put in my public profile, I like getting blowjobs in cars.
You can. What's wrong with that?
Because the people
that's just
that
fucking wild.
the people that are gonna, that is an instant fucking swipe away, just like it is for a lot
Not
of
for
people.
everybody.
Not for everybody, but I mean that's how I got Gibby to be on the show. But still,
I would.
I do believe that there are certain things, especially things like that, should be talked about within the confines of a relationship. Now, putting it out there publicly, good for them. I applaud them for having the courage. For me, I'm just not as I guess I don't want to say open, but I don't. It doesn't.
Let loose a
It
little,
doesn't
babe.
click for me. It doesn't click
Let
for
loose
me.
a little, babe.
I think I honestly, if you think that dark romance books and actual relationships, you're starting to get that line blurred between the two, I think therapy should probably be your next click to
Your
figure
next
out.
Well,
relationship.
sure. Okay, that's the thing is that but that's my point is that someone who is on a dating profile and says I'm looking for a dom, I'm looking for a sub, that doesn't mean that they're a dark romance reader.
They could be a
That's
No,
just what they're looking for.
I was
Could be
using
our
that as an
dating-
example.
they could be a Harry Potter enjoyer. You don't.
Hell yeah.
Looking for my
I-
Hagrid.
I'm looking for my Hermione.
I'm looking for good God, looking for my Hagrid. Oh no. Oh boy. I don't know. It's if you start blurring that, like where it to me that's the same vein as when Twilight came out and people were like, I'm looking for my Edward Cullen. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, that's-
And
that's-
that
That's
kind
a
of
big
shit.
difference than voicing your kink on a profile, though.
To me it's the same vein.
But that's
Like, if
why-
you're-
yeah,
if
that's
you're
but no,
only,
he
only
gets it.
if you're only doing it because you read it in a book and you don't know the rules, you don't know anything, then I think you are following the same people that said they're looking for their Edward. That's the same
But
Thank
vein.
you.
that's
No,
painting,
he
that's
said it-
painting all of them with the same brush.
Oh, broad brush. We understand it, but we're using these as specific examples, and he did it way better than I did. So
That's
no,
I'm
really,
not-
he did.
I'm
He
not
did.
wrong.
Don't make me
I-
give Gibby any props. Come on.
See,
That's fine, I'll do it.
unfortunately,
I'll do it.
everybody calls me a fucking idiot, but I do know what I'm talking about. I just play dumb
No,
because
you
I don't
are
want
dumb.
people knowing. I don't want people to know that I'm actually kind of smart because then people ask me questions. I'm like, I don't.
Hold on, let's catch up with the chat. That's literally just giving the facts of true. Therefore, on said apps, like I said, I agree. Like Gibby said it better than I did, so I retract what I said. Some people probably don't truly understand what these terms mean, but plenty of people I've hooked up with recently have been open from the get go about what they're interested in. Yes, and you know what? Like I said, I fucked up the allegory. I fucked it up. I made the mistake. So Gibby said it way better than I did.
Praise I'm getting on the show right now. It's nice.
It's not for everybody
I
and get to
did
take,
something
but I don't
right.
think the book talk or dark romance is what started that. Trauma is a big factor in sexual deviance. Hagrid is a bear. Communication is a major factor in cleaning up the blurred lines of understanding wanting a dom or XYZ things. And thank you, Lemon, for your input, and that is wonderfully said. Once again, I fucked up the allegory, and I own that. That is on me. For there to be for like Gibby said, putting the I'm looking for my Hermione just because it's in a book doesn't mean that thing works in real life.
No.
And only seeking something you saw in a book, I believe, is stunted in a lot of ways.
I think there's a valid what are the right words? I think there's a valid acceptance for people that might be reading that stuff and be like, like an aspect of this might be something I'm into. I want to try it.
Yeah, like blowjobs in cars.
Yeah. I think they can be. I think it can be translated into a healthy version of that in real life. The problem is, like you're saying, is the people that are taking these poorly written stories and taking them as gospel.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's weird. That's
50
weird.
Shades. 50 Shades had a big part in this.
Oh, 50 Shades is awful too.
And of course, of course, I don't know. I don't know if Tess has seen it, but I've seen the 50 Shades parody, the musical, put on by Paul Mattingly and his friends.
So good.
It's so fucking funny. The song "We Fucked for 6 Minutes" made me laugh endlessly. Like I've never. The most I've ever read of that fucking book is what Gilbert Gottfried read on College Humor.
This is disgusting, but holy
My
hell!
inner goddess was dancing. I would really like to claim your ass.
Oh God, we lost a real one when he passed. That's all I
We
got.
did, man. Lemon says, but wanted to look for that fantasy and seeing if it's actually something you are interested, especially through trial in a dating app with randoms, is totally wild. Just got to be safe, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, exactly, there are people there are people that will take. There are people that will take advantage of things like that. Like there are people that believe being a dom is just being this abusive dickhead and does not understand aftercare or understand the power exchange and stuff like that. I don't understand a lot about the BDSM community, but I understand consent and I understand safety, and I understand that there has to be a lot of communication and legality. There has to be a lot of communication about these kinds of things, and there are people that will take advantage of that both ways, both men and women, who will absolutely take advantage of that. And I guess that's that concern for safety is where I guess it all kind of boils from, you know what I mean, stems from with me, because I do know people that have been taken advantage of. I do know people that have been abused, and this dark romance thing, this whole fucking weird, you know what I mean, I can change him, I can save him bullshit. No, you can't. You can't do it. And like I said, Edge Runners absolutely had that aspect of I can save her, I can change her, and everyone fucking died. And I think that's the most logical and realistic outcome to that whole fucking thing.
There was a Netflix show. It was a while back. It featured the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off as the principal of a high school, but there was an apocalypse that happened. I think it was called Dawnbreak. I think so. Like the entire show is about this guy chasing a girl he had a little fling with, and then he finally gets to her, and she's like, "I don't like you like that." She's like, "You may have came all this way, but what do you want me to do with this?"
Yeah.
Like we just had a short little fling in high school, and now there's zombies everywhere. What do you want me to do here? And he's like, "Oh, well, I thought because I saved you, we'd be good." She's like, "No, where did you get that assumption from?"
Monsters, Love and Monsters. That movie is a really good example of that.
It's gotta be. That's gonna irritate the shit out of me. Oh nope, just a bunch of Skyrim stuff now.
Okay. Anyways, so I mean, what do you think about the romance movies, Tess? You know, I know we've stuck to the book talk and the dom stuff, and what do you think of the death of romance movies, rom-coms?
Great, do it, die.
Wow. I thought I was a full-on pessimist. Whoo, that blew me out the water. Damn.
So there's a few romance movies out there that I can enjoy. Usually if they're well written, which is few and far between.
That is
Or-
like trying to catch a small fish in a big ocean.
Well, no, for a great example is like Princess Bride. Like
Yes.
it's a
Two
great
Princess
movie.
Brides in one episode. Didn't think it would happen, folks. But here we
No,
are.
but like that's a great example of like a fun, enjoyable movie with romance in it. I think that's my distinction is that I'm not going out to watch a romance movie, but if I go to a movie that's really well written, really well acted, fun, enjoyable, that has romance in it, and that's a larger aspect of the movie, then I'm down. But I'm not lining up. I'm not subscribing to Hallmark Channel in December to watch all 275 filmed this year movies because there's only so many times I can care about the guy who runs the apple orchard.
There's only so many times you can care about that small town bakery.
You need to listen to the Paul Mark channel on the podcast app. Whatever podcast app you have, you need to listen to it. We get into it. We make fun of those fucking tropes. But anyways,
I mean, they're fun to watch to make fun of. Like they're kind of like a great movie night movie because there's never-ending fodder to make fun of.
oh, absolutely.
But to watch them unironically is a slog, and that's coming from someone whose partner adores those movies, and it kind of gives me the ick a little bit.
I mean, the only like rom-com I've ever like watched on purpose multiple times, and that's because it's so fucking funny, has been Just Friends
Oh, that's a great movie.
with Ryan Reynolds.
It's a great movie. It's funny.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds and
It's-
Sandra Bullock.
No.
Wait, no.
No.
That's the proposal, man.
The
Yes.
proposal was terrible. No, look it up. Look it up. It's called. It's Just Friends. It's so goddamn funny. The Ryan Reynolds and his little brother, fucking dynamic. Like,
Yeah. But that's
raise
the
your
thing,
hand
it's
if your
like-
brother's a homo.
That's a very valid
But
statement.
that's the thing. It's a funny movie on its own. It's not funny because of
Oh.
the or
Oh no, a moose hit the Wi-Fi.
a moose hit the. A moose
it's
is
not
eating the
good because of the
Wi-Fi.
stuff surrounding the romance part of it.
Oh, there she goes.
She was
Got me back.
going strong with
Um,
it too. There was a whole
No,
statement,
no,
but
no.
that moose just hit right at the right time.
All right, fine. The Canada geese came for me because I was on the geese. All right.
'Cause
The
you
romance moose heard talking shit and it's like, no,
started eating your Wi-Fi.
smack that motherfucker.
No, like it's like the reason that movie's good is all the stuff surrounding the romance part of it. If it was just a straight up romance movie, I would have absolutely no time for it. And let's not forget how great Anna Faris's character was in that movie.
Yes, so fucking good.
I cry laughing every single time when she's singing the song about forgiveness to Ryan Reynolds, and he's just got this look on his face like, is this real? What is happening? And it kills me every time.
I think I think my favorite thing born of that movie was the fact that he still sings the song. Like, I don't know if you know that, but like yeah, he the first Deadpool movie. No, not the forgiveness one, the boy band one that he did.
Oh yeah.
When he's in the fat suit.
Yeah.
He's on Deadpool
Oh,
1 when he finally got his gigantic break. Yeah, they asked him to do it. He fucking did it in Deadpool costume. I absolutely do not miss rom-coms. I don't miss them. I don't miss Hallmark movies.
I don't think anybody misses the blow.
Was it I'll Make Love to You?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Sorry,
I
Gip.
remember that. No, you're okay. I think there's a small margin of people that are sad there's no more rom-coms, but I think that's just a minority at this point compared to a majority.
Absolutely.
And I think horror fans are starting to get that same feeling. If you want me to be honest, horror fans are like, can we just get something good, please? Like, God, I'll give my left testicle for a good horror movie.
Evil Dead.
I wouldn't call that. Are we talking about Rise?
Hot take.
Are we talking about the newest one?
I'm gonna
The one that just came out a
slap
couple
the
years ago?
Fuck out of you! You are
Bring
within
it.
driving distance.
Bring it, please. Come to my trailer in the middle of the woods.
I'm
dare
talking
you.
about Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Evil
That's
Dead.
not the one I'm talking about. I love
Evil Dead
Dead.
the remake from 2013, then Evil
That
Dead
one's trash.
Rise.
I'll fight you on
Fuck
that one.
you.
That one is no. Fuck you. That one is trash.
Fuck you.
I will argue. No, it's
All right,
The
fine. Give
biggest-
me 3 reasons it's trash, and I won't slap the fuck out of you.
okay. 3 reasons.
Yes.
Obviously, one, no Bruce Campbell. I'm sorry.
Yes, he was. He was in
That-
it.
Was he?
Yes.
Yeah, the fucking end credit scene.
Still in it, bitch.
No,
Invalid point.
That doesn't
Second
count.
try.
That does not count. You got to sit there and watch the entire bullshit movie.
Strike
from
one.
Start to
Come on.
finish. No, it's not
Come
a
on.
strike. That's a fucking
Come on.
valid point.
Come
You
on.
just don't want to admit it. Second of off,
Come on.
the girl who gets haunted by the demons, she's just a junkie.
Ah,
We
yeah, I
just
remember
credit
that part.
everything she's. Yeah. That's my main gripe with that.
You know
shit.
what? Fine. I'll give you that one.
You'll give me
Strike-
the Bruce Campbell one too.
You'll
give me the
not.
Bruce-
He was in it.
You will.
Come on. What's the third one? What's the third one?
It was so fucking dark you couldn't tell what anything was going on at all.
That's every movie now, though.
Yeah,
No, okay,
sorry.
okay, but still, no, that's still part of it. That's still a gripe I have, because even with the original Evil Dead, and it was all shot at. I know what I said. It was shot at nighttime. You could still tell what the
It
fuck
was
was
shot
going
in
on.
a
in that movie.
gym.
Could still tell what's going on. Could still see what was happening.
Hot take. Can horror movies stop doing 8 million sequels? That's what I'm getting sick of. Like, I don't need 13 Conjuring movies.
I agree with that one.
Yeah. Conjuring.
I don't
or
need-
Annabelle.
I don't need 13 Scream movies. Like,
I
come
agree
up
with
with
that
a
one.
new idea. Like, that's
like
the
Evil
problem
Dead.
with horror right now, though. Like, everything is just a sequel of.
Okay, I agree. But another problem with horror movies is they're starting to take things that are slowly coming into public domain and turning them into horror movies.
Oh, yeah.
I can list 3 different Steamboat Willie things that have been made in the last 2 years.
Popeye the Slayer Man.
And the guy who made Winnie the Pooh, the horror movie.
Yep.
So funny story. So when that came out, me and my girlfriend first started dating. We watched it and we're like, "Wow, this is fucking awful. This is terrible."
Stupid, yeah.
Yes, and then the sequel got announced, and we're like, "Oh, we're gonna sit and watch this." We both got incredibly fried. I mean, stupid fried. And we got maybe 15 minutes into that, and I can't attribute to either I was too blown or it was just that bad. I could not get through the first 15 minutes of the second one. And I know that the guy who made it said he wants to make a whole slasher verse out of public domain characters. I know Pinocchio is coming up next. Steamboat Willie got made into one.
Yeah.
Bambi is on that.
Bambi's on his way. Mhm.
It's just a whole verse, and it's like, can we stop? If we're gonna do this, can we at least show it some respect instead of just a big guy in a Winnie the Pooh mask, and that's supposed to be Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, that one was dumb. But I will say, I kind of like them shitting on, kind of like them shitting on the Disney legacies. But that's just because I have spite for it. But anyways,
As anybody should have spite for Disney and
yeah.
Nintendo.
I also wanted to say,
Spit on your name, Hark too.
I also wanted to say happy birthday to Ashley Huff, the Superior Huff. Today's her birthday. But I really do love this discussion. I think this went places I did not expect it to go. And no, I love that it did, and I love that you came on, Tess. You are invited to be part of the show from now on if you want to. I'm being
yeah.
serious about it.
One of us thinks that.
I love many perspectives. I love as many perspectives
love
as
me.
I can get. And also, do not miss, for anybody watching or that will watch this in the future, do not miss Sulfaris herself and Dr. Jack Boyd in Persona Mortis, the 2 stars right here. That is only on Dark Charm Radio. You can find it on all your podcast apps. We just had a premiere for their first episode, and it
So good.
was
It was
Awesome.
phenomenal. I listened to it like I said, Tess, you did a great job as Sulferis. I think you knocked
Oh,
it out
thank
of
you.
the voice lines.
I just want to play that character for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Just you
It's
can
too
you
much
can
fun.
straight up. You can just straight kick her right now, and I won't shed a fucking tear. Like there will not be a single part of me that's like, she should know. You could just be gone and just we'll be good with it.
No, I want to be Sulferis forever.
I
There's a dark part of me that really identifies with that character, and I haven't
Well,
explored it yet.
man, I would. Well, it's like I was telling Dead Man, I would love to do more, but I think probably a season 3, and then that'll be the end of that.
No.
That'll be the end of Persona Mortis, just because I don't like things that carry on longer than what they need to, and I feel
Everyone
like
tune in to my new podcast, Sulferis.
So
all.
Ferris fucks with Jack for, for the 7 years. That's the 7 years we're missing. It's just so Ferris
Okay,
fucking
yeah.
with Jack.
yeah, that's what it was in the final episode. It was like, we're gonna go on a nationwide tour. First off, California.
Fucking, we're buying an RV there, TJ.
But I, obviously, I'm gonna say this: that will not be the first show I will write for Dark Charm. That's just kind of my one I want to get done before I start another, because then I'll lose interest in Persona Mortis and not want to fucking touch it again. So it's
Yeah.
like it's a catch-22 on it.
But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you anybody who tuned in. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you again, Tess, and you're welcome to come on every week. I'm being serious. I love. Shut the fuck up! It's my show, and it is my show, bitch.
Okay. I remember that.
I'm gonna touch you so inappropriately.
Man, I wish I was recording us to get some polls.
Oh, it's already being recorded. It's gonna.
I'm gonna touch you.
We are.
I'm gonna pick you up by the nipples. Anyways.
Twist my dipples.
So many drops.
If you don't, I was about to say, if you don't know what Lol-Cow Live is, that joke makes no sense.
Yeah, no, they don't. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for this week. This was a longer episode, but you know what? I'm happy. I'm very, very, very happy that we got so many perspectives. I'm happy that my allegory was well corrected by Gibby, and thank you, Tess, for lending your opinion to this whole discussion, because
Yeah.
I did want as many opinions as possible.
Hey, shameless self-promotion moment.
Yes, please. I know you
Yes,
also
go
have a podcast. Please do.
If any of you enjoy hearing my voice and would like to hear it that when it's not being ravaged by the cold virus, please check out my podcast, The Basement Broadcast, available wherever podcasts are downloaded. We talk music, and it's great.
It is a lot of fun.
So
What?
How does one become a guest on that? Because
I've already
Dude.
asked to.
Hell yeah. I would absolutely love to have both of you on.
You know, we can do a whole session like without having to broadcast it. We can just record it here if you
Yeah.
wanted to do that. But that's discussion for another scene. That's how the sausage gets made. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Tune in next week.
Peace out.
Bye, guys.